Hey there guys, and welcome back to the Two Players Podcast, episode 12. We are doing the news up until the July 14th, so anything news between the last episode and up until this date we will be discussing. There's bound to be something that we missed, but first piece of news that we need to go and talk about is ESPN will be broadcasting EVO's Street Fighter 5 Top 8, which is actually pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, I think that is really cool because, again, I know a lot of traditional people that just like watching ESPN. They have a big problem with this because I think I forgot what game. I think it was either Dota 2 or Heroes of the Storm. They broadcasted it in ESPN and some other sub ESPN channel, and people got really like upset about it. Like all esports aren't real sports and all that stuff.
But I think now esports is more like accepted.
Oh yeah, and if you don't accept it, then look at the money like League makes, and then you're like, oh god. So yeah, I think this is really cool, and I think Street Fighter is a good game to showcase. Like if you show someone Melee, he's gonna be like, what's happening?
I mean, like, it could be argued that showing off Melee, nostalgia and all this other stuff, but Street Fighter, it's sort of simple. There's two health bars, you see them go down. Whoever does the more fancier combos and all that other stuff wins, right? So I mean, like, Melee, there's a little bit you need to, like, watch first to, like, sort of understand, but, you'll pretty much know what's going on. Whoever has the higher percentage will be more vulnerable to getting knocked out, but obviously people will be able to come back and all this other stuff, which is why Smash Brothers in general is a very different fighting game compared to Street Fighter and all the other ones. So, yeah, I think that this is definitely a good first step. Maybe next year they'll just, like, broadcast all of the games top 8. We'll see, but...
Yeah, I hope so because like I know I don't really watch like cable or anything anymore, but I think it's cool that maybe people who are not too into gaming and stuff, and maybe
we'll see this.
Yeah, they see it and then it like sparks an interest and grows the community a bit more. That'd be cool. So we just got to wait and see. Esports is still growing, and hopefully it will become
mainstream.
Yeah, become mainstream and get more support and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so next bit of news, Team Martin and Pro Syndicate were caught in the CSGO gambling drama that's been happening this past couple of weeks.
Yeah, and the video I'm linking is H3H3's because I think it's like the best one out of all of them because it's very informative and it does give credit to the first person that discovered it, honored the call. So, yeah, this thing's kind of blown up, this whole drama thing.
Actually, I think today Valve and Twitch did some policies.
Yeah, like a couple of days ago, which is in the later part of the news. But I mean, it's fine. But basically, these two own a CSGO betting site, but they played it off as if they didn't, which is very strange and interesting. So...
Yeah, basically, these guys were retarded. So it's like you basically were making so much money by doing something
that you had to get more pocket change, basically.
Yeah, it's like, are you retarded? Like, you actually were sitting there playing video games and making some money, that, and you were making good money too. It's not like you just had like 30,000 subscribers. No, yeah, like a million something.
Millions combined with both. So
and then do some shady stuff like
on
this.
top of this, Pro Syndicate, I believe this isn't the first time he got caught doing some shady stuff when he hasn't been disclosing certain things in his videos.
I think that was the Xbox thing, right? With Machinima or something like that.
I think it was a game that he funded or something. Yeah, I think it was something like that. But yeah, this thing is kind of crazy, to be honest. Like these two YouTubers, and I think like T Martin's channel is kind of dead at this point. Like people are still disliking his videos. I think his viewership numbers have gone down way below. But people are still watching him because they don't care. That's how it is really with a lot of YouTubers. Like, still, people watch the Fine Brothers despite their thing that happened with the whole thing that they did a couple months back. But, I think Pro Syndicate kind of just like shrugged it off. I mean, he did tweet about it. He's saying that he would be more transparent and all this other stuff. But I don't know. This stuff's kind of crazy. I always love YouTube drama. I mean, like, who doesn't love drama, really?
Yeah.
So... yeah, just like this whole thing is kind of just crazy. And, the fact that Steam had to go and take action and change their policies and all this other stuff, which we'll get into later, is pretty interesting as well because up until this point, if this wasn't called out, they wouldn't have done it, most likely, CSGO betting sites would have been still the thing and all this other stuff, but we'll get into that later. Anything else you got to say about this?
No, not until we get to the other stuff about it.
Yeah. Okay. Miyamoto says that Pikmin 4 is still in development, which is awesome because we heard, I believe it was either a year or 6 months ago, something like that. It was a while ago that we heard that Pikmin 4 is coming soon and all this other stuff, but in reality it still hasn't come out yet because I guess it's for the NX. So yeah, it's still in development, which is good, and he says that it's very close to completion, which, can you really take his word for it?
No. But I do think it's gonna come out for the NX probably, and
yeah,
I don't like I can't really say anything about it because I still don't know what the NX is. So it'll be cool if it's like maybe like a launch title, not like a launch title, but maybe close
but like
to
a launch window.
Yeah. That'd be good because Nintendo needs to like really just like
somehow
get some good
push
games
this console.
Yeah, and not
that we still know nothing about.
Yeah, I don't want like a new Super Mario Brothers like NX. Like I don't want that.
New Super Mario Brothers NX.
Yeah, like if you give me Pikmin 4,
dumb.
I'll play the other Pikmins and I'll play that one. But just like, come on, man.
Yeah, if it is a launch window title, I'll probably expect it to be delayed, to be honest. But Pikmin 3 was so good, and I don't know what Miyamoto's doing to make Pikmin 4 even better, or even, like a sequel, to be deemed as a sequel, I should say. So, I don't know, this is just like, sort of like, hey, we're still working on it, but it has definitely, as the title of the article on IGN says, it has fallen down in priority. But, they're still developing it, they're still working on it, so we'll just have to go and wait until they drop a direct on us, until maybe a big trade show goes on, maybe like next E3, if that even happens, if they want to do something at E3 next year. But we'll just have to go and wait, because just like today, they dropped a big news thing about, their whole NES thing, which we'll get into later. But, Nintendo really does just drop news whenever they feel like it.
Yeah, and they're really sporadic. Alright, so Disney announced Wreck-It Ralph 2, and it's coming out in 2018, which is a pretty long wait. But from the picture,
that's 2 years from now.
Yeah, and Disney's probably going to release another movie before that for 2017, obviously.
Something in between.
Which is weird that they teased this so early.
Yeah.
So it looks like from the concept art we got is like Wreck-It Ralph is like in the internet or something. Like, you see, like, Amazon ripoff.
Yeah,
see, like,
it does
Google.
Look like the internet, like Amazon, Google, Lubhub.
Yeah, I was kind of like, alright.
the bunk box is, I think that's Dropbox.
Yeah.
Pictopedia, that might be some sort of wiki. But yeah, it looks like they are in the internet this time. But I still haven't watched the first Wreck-It Ralph. I'll probably buy it. No, I still haven't.
My god.
I've seen the trailers and seen all the video game references, but I still haven't watched it. And I hear a lot of good things about it, so I definitely want to watch it one of these days. But
yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I do wish they had maybe a little more video game references, but it was still a good movie.
Probably cost them more money to go and get.
To get those licenses. Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember like a couple months after the movie's release, they wanted like Mario or something in this movie, but as of right now, there's nothing else other than it's happening. So. We'll see as the days come, we'll see what Disney wants to show to us, basically.
Yeah, hopefully a trailer comes soon.
Yeah, a trailer definitely going to come, but next thing on the news is Pokemon Go related. Pokemon Go causes their stocks to jump up 25%, which is insane. To be honest,
it's crazy because that's actually.
I mean, like this whole Pokemon Go thing is just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, our next few topics is about Pokemon Go's, and we're gonna talk about Pokemon Go later as well.
Yeah.
I think we could both say we didn't expect Pokemon Go to be this huge of a thing.
Hell yeah! I mean, like literally everyone is playing it, and even my dad knows about it because he's been listening to the news and all this other stuff.
Yeah. It's insane.
And I'm just wondering on how long this will keep up. But anyways, going back to this news topic, the fact that it jumped Nintendo stocks 25% is a little bit crazy, because up until this point, no one has been really watching Nintendo because they're still working on their NX. They haven't really announced anything at E3, But now that Pokemon Go is now the next big thing that literally everyone is playing, I guess people are just looking at it and being like, hey, might as well invest into Nintendo now because they have Pokemon Go running for them.
Yeah, and I think Pokemon Go just like it just like made up for the Wii U.
It definitely took the world by storm.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's insane how big this thing is. Like
Hmm.
like every time you go on Reddit, like the top post is something about Pokemon Go or something in the news. You're gonna hear something about Pokemon Go. It's insane. Our next bit of news is again Pokemon Go related. A girl finds a dead body while using Pokemon Go.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard about this.
Yeah, this is one of the many stories a lot of people have been hearing about this game.
Yeah, so she was just walking, and I guess she discovered a body while she was hunting down Pokemon. Good thing she called authorities. So, I mean, yeah, there's definitely gonna be stories like this when it does come to Pokemon Go, because you're gonna have to be walking around and all this other stuff. So this is one of the stories that we have heard about Pokemon Go. The next one is about robbers using a lure in the game, which is basically like it's a Pokestop, and then when you use a lure on it, more Pokemon will come to you. So
yeah, and this guy,
4 men basically use this as a way to rob people of their phones, which is honestly really funny.
It's pretty smart. I'm not gonna lie.
It honestly really is, but that's why I guess you go with like a group of friends.
Yeah, you should always go in a group and don't go in night.
Yeah. But, a story like this is pretty funny, but, it's kind of crazy on how people are discovering these things in the game so quickly and taking advantage of them. But thankfully, according to this Game Informer article, 3 out of 4 of the men have been charged in the first degree of armed robbery. And all
so that's
stuff.
good.
So,
that's good.
Yeah, at least they got caught, and these people didn't get their phones taken away as soon as they started playing Pokemon Go. But
yeah, and Spotify also sees a 382% increase on the Pokemon theme song, which is
really funny, because when we went to another town,
Port Jefferson,
like far away from our town. And someone was just literally just going down the street in their car playing the Pokemon theme song, which was really funny. So, people are definitely getting back into the Pokemon fever thing that they were when they were, I guess, kids.
Yeah, Pokemania.
Yeah, so, I don't know. It really is crazy on how, like, this one thing is getting so big. And now, again, they are doing sponsored locations now, with like restaurants and like other businesses that want to take part into this Pokemon Go scene. Now that pretty much everyone's playing it, like I said earlier, sponsored things would definitely keep the game running and give Niantic more money to go and run the servers, and hopefully it doesn't crash as much as it did during the first couple of days of launch.
Yeah, because I know McDonald's, they want all their restaurants to be Pokestops. So they're trying to make a deal with Niantic to do that, and like a lot of smart companies are doing that.
That's honestly not a bad idea.
It's not. I mean, it also kind of defeats the purpose. It's like, oh, I'm gonna walk and I'm gonna eat a burger. That makes like.
I mean, like if you've been walking for a while and then you want to go and stop at one last spot, I guess McDonald's might be your place to, you sit there, you eat your food, you get the Pokestops a couple times while you're there. It's a win-win situation for, I guess, McDonald's and the Pokemon players that are using the app. So, yeah.
All right. Leffen will not be attending EVO as he awaits visa approval. Again, problems with visa, and this is still happening, which is bad. His poor Leffen, man.
Oh my god, it was such a surprise to me, to be honest, because we thought that he was set for EVO.
I thought he was set
too. Tournaments, but I guess they still need to wait for approval, because the last time he tried to enter the U.S., he was subjected to a he was deported back, so now they need additional background check and all this other stuff, which really sucks for Leffen, because he's definitely one of the top contenders for EVO, and it just sucks that he can't play in the tournament now.
Yeah, and I don't know, it's just pretty depressing, because Leffen's a good player, and we haven't really.
Yeah,
seen
he's
much
a really
of him.
good player. He's also very emotional, so I'm pretty sure that this visa thing's definitely just getting to his head. And next tournament he's gonna go to, he's probably gonna play his heart out.
Yeah. Like when he finally does play, he's gonna go in probably.
But I was very, very excited to go and see him play at EVO. But this announcement that he's not gonna be there, probably gonna still cheer on for Hungrybox and all the other good Melee players. And Smash 4, speaking of EVO, is kind of crazy right now, because no one really knows on who's gonna take it, to be honest.
No, because Zero has been not doing the best right now.
And then Ally, the person that did take him down, the last tournament he went to was CEO, and that one was just crazy because Ally got out really early, and then Zero got taken out by a Palutena player in like pools or whatever, and all this other stuff was going on. So really, we have no clear set winner. A lot of people think in Melee it's going to be Mango, which kind of makes sense. You know, it's either Mango or Hungrybox or Armada, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But you know,
and I'm glad Smash 4 is getting more spicy because last time like, Zero's gonna win, or like
Zero's gonna win. Zero's gonna win.
Yeah, and like now it's like, you know, it's like, oh, what's happening? It's actually getting interesting. So
yeah, now it's like, and if you step up on that day, you can take it if you're, you know, one of the top contenders as a Smash player, I guess, you know, like one of the best.
Yeah.
If people could consider you that. So, moving on to the next news topic, we're going to get into the Steam changing their in-game trading policy and all this other stuff. So, a lot of people just think that this is going to take out a lot of the gambling sites, which it probably will. But Phantom Lord said on his stream yesterday something about like it'll probably go back in like a month. I'm not sure if that will exactly happen.
It's probably gonna be through some shady means.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be through something else that's gonna happen, like some other system that the sites are gonna come up with, because millions of dollars go into these sites, and you know, just like it's a huge business. And now that Valve is taking into, you know, a new update on their policy and all this other stuff, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I'm glad that they're really enforcing this, because I was really like worried that Valve was not going to do anything about it, because Valve isn't the best when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like they're not very vocal about anything. Like in the winter sale, there was a giant problem where people were seeing other people's credit card numbers and phone numbers.
Oh no, I remember when that happened.
Yeah, and Valve basically just said, "Oh, sorry," but they didn't really do anything. They just said, "Oh yeah, sorry, my bad." Even though some people, like, you know, their accounts were exposed and stuff. But I'm glad that Valve is actually taking action with this, because while they're not the most to blame, they are, you know, sort of the problem.
I mean, yeah, they are part of it, because sites could go into their trading thing and all this other stuff.
Yeah, the API and stuff. So I'm glad that they're being more strict with this, and they have put their foot down, so this type of stuff won't happen.
All of these gambling streamers and YouTubers, all it is just reactions and just seeing them react. You know, like Phantom Lord, he's like the only person I watch when he does
the
this.
Phantom Lord thing is pretty funny though. So.
Yeah, Phantom Lord just like over the top reactions all the time. Yeah. But you know, all of the other YouTubers like Team Mario Pro Syndicate, I never really did watch them. But you know, obviously since they own CS:GO Lotto, their own site, it's a bit shady and fake reactions. You know, that's what people are assuming. But you know, they could say whatever they want, but you doing it on your own site when you own it, a bit shady. But anyways, you know, this new in-game item trading update is pretty good, I think. You know, I mean, like, I didn't think that the gambling thing was a huge deal. You know, I didn't think that it was making that much money until I watched the H3H3 video. So, you know, guess you don't know much until you learn about it, right?
Yeah, and it's better late than never when it comes to this, you know, sort of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so Nintendo released information on an NES Classic Edition, which
sort of just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like a mini NES. It's going to be connected via HDMI, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So it comes with 30 games, including the Mario trilogy and Zelda's 1 and 2. The NES gamepads are ended with a nunchuck port.
So like you could use it for like your Wii or Wii U for like virtual console games, which is really good. You know, they definitely thought about it. Instead of being like, you know, hey, let's just do the old port, they were like, hey, let's just do the nunchuck, so we could basically get more use out of it instead of just this NES miniature thing, you know, that's going on here.
Yeah, and that's pretty good. I do like that. It's gonna release in November 11th for $60, which is like not a lot at all. Like,
yeah, I would say that's a fair price. It's not too expensive. Like if it was $100, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, that's not worth. That. Yeah, that's not worth.
But you know, they didn't make it too cheap either. So I think $60 is definitely worth it. I mean, it comes with 30 games, which some of the games here, you know, like the Mario trilogy, Zelda. They have Mega Man 2. They have Kirby's Adventure, Kid Icarus, Ice Climbers. They have Ghosts and Goblins. They have Donkey Kong Jr. You know, like there's a lot of games on here, and even Punch Out, Pac-Man.
Yeah, that's good
games.
There's a lot
of games on here.
Yeah.
So, This could definitely make a lot of money. I mean, some people don't really like it. I mean, there was like one opinion on Twitter that I saw where like he didn't really like this. You know, he saw it as like a cash grab. But personally, I think that this is a good thing, you know, because we don't really have a sort of system that does NES games other than the Wii U for like HD wise. And you know, some people don't want to buy a Wii U. You know, some people just want to play the classics. And you know, this is a good way. But I wonder if they're going to release like maybe another one that'll have even more games. Which if they do, that's definitely cash grabbing.
Yeah, that's cash grabbing at that point. They should do like a SNES one. That'd be good.
I would say next step is definitely a SNES and try to do it from there. I don't know how they would even do like a N64. I would love for them to do a N64 because, you know, they could put all the Mario parties on there. They could put Mario 64, both of the Zelda games, you know. But I think that would definitely be more money, which I think would be worth it.
It'll probably go up as the you know, the generation goes up. Yeah.
As they keep going further into the present day and all this other stuff. But you know, $60, November 11th, not bad of a release date and price. And on top of that, Europe will be getting it, but no power adapter.
Which is weird. Really, I don't know why they keep doing this. But
I don't know why they, they just don't want to give you everything.
It's so weird. It's like,
with
the new 3DS, right?
Yeah, the new 3DS XL.
And it came with a charger
for the US release.
That's so retarded.
Yeah, so like when people traded in, they were like handing them their charger, then they would come home and then realize I don't have a charger now.
Yeah, it's like why? Like, come on.
But yeah, that's all for the news this week. That's mostly everything that I found. So now we're gonna get into games we've been playing, and the thing that me and Damian have been playing the past week was Pokemon Go, obviously.
Yes.
So the first day, we just walked around the neighborhood, you know, just like did Pokestops, found Pokemon and all this other stuff, and it was really fun. You know, I did not see this game as being really hyped. Like, I wasn't really that excited for it, to be honest. And then when it finally came out, and then, you know, we got all of our friends together to go and walk around and all this other stuff. I mean, it's pretty fun, you know?
Yeah.
Like, when you do it with friends, anything can be fun.
Yeah, basically. I mean, you can make anything fun with friends, but...
Mm-hmm. So, you know, we walked around the neighborhood, you know, we found some Pokemon, and then we basically realized that our neighborhood has garbage Pokemon. So
yeah, it's all trash, yeah.
The next day, it was just me and my brother just, like, walking around, and then one of our other friends, Brian, was basically like, let's go to Port Jeff, and we were like, all right. So we go to Port Jeff, and then we basically realized that this town's a goldmine for Pokemon Go. Like, we were driving into town, and everyone was on their phones, and everyone looked like, or like some people looked like, you know, they were definitely playing it because they had like Pokemon shirts or like a hat on or something like that.
It was so weird.
It was so surreal, to be honest, because there was a park over there or something like that, and there were so many people there. And like, I'll put pictures on your screen right now if I do remember to put them in. But there were just so many people there, and it was pretty crazy.
It felt like you were in a convention or something. Like,
yeah,
it didn't feel real. I'm like, this many people playing Pokemon. It's the weirdest thing. And never in my life what I thought.
Even like older people, you know, playing it.
Yeah, people in like their like 30s or something. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is insane.
Yeah, and like we got a lot of Pokemon there. You know, there were Magikarps there, which I did not realize you needed. All right, hold on. The main
reason we went there was to get Dratini, but we didn't get goddamn Dratini.
But we got a Horsey, we got Magikarps. What else was there? There were a bunch of Eevees there.
Psyducks.
You know, Psyducks too.
A lot of water types.
Oddish. Yeah, because it was actually by the ocean and stuff. So.
Yeah.
But you know,
it was a good experience. I really liked it.
Like traveling to like different cities and all this other stuff. Or,
yeah,
like,
it really
towns,
gets you to, you know, really go
outside and exercise a little bit. And you know, if you do have a car, don't do it as you drive, please.
Yeah, don't Pokemon and drive, kids. It's bad.
Yeah, because I think that there was already a car crash where someone was doing it. I'm not even lying. I think there was.
Don't be an idiot.
You know, I mean, it's not really their fault because they do put the warning out, beware of your surroundings and all this other stuff. So, really, it is your fault if something like that does happen. So, especially even if you're walking, just be careful on where you go. You know, like if you're gonna go to a shady neighborhood just for one Pokemon, don't do that.
Yeah, don't, please.
You know, and if you are, go with like a huge group of friends, like maybe like 3 or 4 friends at least.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we did. It was pretty fun. You know, we stayed there for a couple hours. I would say like maybe 4, 5.
Oh yeah, we
maybe.
stayed a while. Yeah.
Yeah, we stayed a while, and you know, it was fun. I probably would have never been to Port Jeff because of Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't want to live there now.
Yeah, because there's so many Pokestops there.
Yeah,
it's kind of
really
crazy.
good. It's so many.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people that live there will never run out of Pokeballs.
No.
Most likely, and like people doing all of the modules and all this other stuff. But obviously, the only problem with the game is if the servers would be stable.
Yes,
you know,
the servers
to make
are
sure
very
that the
bad.
game to go and make sure that, you know, hey, look, I caught this Pokemon, and then my game freezes. You know, I don't want that to happen when I'm trying to catch a 230 something oddish. You know, so.
Well, I mean, in terms of the game itself, it's pretty
bare
bones. Yes.
Yeah.
It's very just tap on your screen, you capture a Pokemon, and that's.
But
about
I'm pretty sure that's why a lot of people are playing it, because
yeah.
it goes back to their childhood, which is Pokemon, and then it's an easy phone game, which I'm pretty sure everyone at this point in 2016, they most likely own a smartphone.
Yeah.
And, you know, just like picking up the game and playing it is not that hard at all. So, you know, I'm pretty sure that I'm not sure how long this will last, honestly. Maybe after Gen 2, maybe. I'm not exactly sure when they'll do Gen 2.
I know they want to do an update every 2 weeks, so because they have to be retarded to let this game fall out of their hands. Like, you can't let this game just like get out of your reach.
Yeah, because I saw a news article. I didn't put it on here, but basically this is the largest grossing app in the USA or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's pretty crazy, because there's a lot of games on the App Store, like Snapchat and Twitter and all this other stuff, and you know, it outright beat Twitter on Pokemon Go, which is crazy. So I'm not exactly sure how big this game will get from here on out, but I hope that it maintains a steady level where people are still going out, people are still doing this Pokemon thing, but it'll probably die out at one point or another.
Yeah, just probably when they add battling and trading, it's gonna get pretty big. And then
that's honestly a huge surprise to me that they didn't even put friend trading in yet, or like friends list.
Yeah, you don't even
or
have
anything
friends
like
list
that.
and stuff.
Yeah, like even Miitomo had friends list, and like Miitomo is not exactly, you know, the best app nowadays. You know,
No.
it definitely died out very quickly. So, but hopefully Pokemon Go doesn't die out, because this is an app that has a ton of potential, and I could definitely see myself playing it 6 months from now, honestly.
Yes, I can't wait for the future gens to come in, like Johto and stuff, and for new features like friends list, battling and trading, and maybe shinies. That would be awesome.
Oh my god, I can't imagine us being in Port Jeff and then someone yells, "I found a shiny" or something.
Yeah,
dumb.
everyone's gonna freak out. Also, the legendaries too, because we haven't even.
Oh
seen
yeah, the legendaries. I'm not exactly sure how they'll do that, to be honest. They might do it at like maybe like a Pokestop or something like that, or like a gym. I'm not exactly sure, because if they do it in like certain areas of like the US, I wouldn't imagine anyone flying out to get one Pokemon, you know.
Yeah.
So
but let's see. I think this has so much potential to be really good, and it really, this is like insane, the amount of people playing this game. It's actually insane. Like, I can't believe it. Like 10-year-old me would be like, what?
Publicity that it's getting as well, you know, news stations, just like everyone's talking about it. So
yeah, it's been wild right now, and I'm just glad, you know.
I can't imagine us being in high school still when this game came out, you know, just like us people walking around the hallways trying to catch Pokemon and stuff.
Oh, but it would have been trash for the internet connection, because I never get a signal there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, try to catch a Slowpoke, and then it freaking crashes on me. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Good thing it came out in the summer too, because imagine like all the teachers getting mad, and maybe the teachers will join it, and I don't freaking know.
I wouldn't put it past them, to be honest, but
yeah,
Pokemon Go is a big thing. I hope that it maintains a steady level as the future comes for them. So, but now we're gonna talk about games we've been playing recently. I guess I'll start. I've been playing League again, obviously. D4 now. I'm very happy about that. I'm at 56 LP, so that's pretty good. I played with I Will Dominate earlier today.
Wait, really?
Yeah, if you look at the Discord, I have a picture If you just like scroll up, it's IWD Fridge. That's like his Smurf. He's trying to level up to master.
Oh.
So yeah, I played with him.
Really?
And, yeah, I checked his stream later to go and like see what he said about me. He called me trash, but it's whatever.
He called you trash?
Yeah, because like he wanted to like dive bot, but we couldn't shove in time, so then we all just died.
Oh.
So, but we still won the game either way. So
I was called trash, but I will dominate. Yeah.
But I think I had a pretty good game. But anyways, just playing League. I like the new patch. Sona's a lot more viable. I'm not exactly sure how viable though, because they gave her a ton of buffs. Like her aura increased, the healing increased, a lot of things. Like there's so much CDR on her too. So I'm not exactly sure if I should build tier on her and all this other stuff. They gave some buffs to Leona. I'm not exactly sure if she's good or not because I played one game and I lost. So. But I don't know. We'll see what the pros want to do with those two supports, and we'll just see what happens. But yeah, I've been playing League. I think I played more Lego Marvel Superheroes. I definitely need to go and get on to some of my other Summer Backlog Challenge games because, school starts in August for me, I believe, like August 29th or something like that. Yep. So I definitely need to go and hurry up. But I watched the first season of Steven Universe, the whole season, and my God, the last two episodes were so good.
Right?
Despite the cartoon, each episode only being like 11 minutes long, the cartoon's so good. And I can't wait to go and start season 2, but I'm waiting for Louis to go and catch up a little bit. So then when season 2 comes along, me and him could watch together, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's so good. And I remember watching it when it first came out, and then like they stopped making episodes or something like that, and then like I just like lost interest and like just stopped like trying to keep track of it. But now that I've watched the whole season 1, it's such a good show. Like if you've watched one episode of Steven Universe and you somewhat liked it, go back from the beginning and just keep watching it. It's only 11 minutes long per episode, and there's like 40 something episodes for the first season, which is the longest season yet. And I believe season 2 is only like 20 something episodes, right?
Yeah, it's a lot shorter.
Yeah, so, it'll be a lot easier to go and get into the series later. And I believe they're coming out with new episodes the 18th or something like that.
Let me check. Hold on. I think so.
I believe it's the 18th of July, but that's for, like, the second part of Season 3.
Yes.
So, just, like, start watching it now if you have interest in it. Like, there's a lot of video game references in the show itself. Like, I saw the Cloud figure, the weird Sonic figure.
Sonic, yeah.
A lot of the music is retro inspired, I would say.
Yeah, it's very chiptune-y, yeah.
Yeah, I do get that kind of vibe. But, it's such a good show. I don't want to spoil it for anyone that's listening. But, yeah, that's basically what I've been doing.
Yeah, I could gush about that show for a while, but it's really good. From what I haven't really been doing anything, honestly. I need to finish some games like Kirby. I still need to finish that. I'm like almost done with it. I think
shouldn't be that hard.
It's like World 4 right now. I think I am. It's not.
Yeah, I think there's like 6. So.
Yeah, so I should be done with that relatively soon. I also need to start the what is it called? Tokyo Mirage Session. F sharp.
You got that?
Yeah, I got that.
Oh my God.
I'm probably gonna play very weeb. Got jiggle physics everywhere. I think I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, this is like way too much jiggle for me. But
yeah, too much for me. But probably won't see you for a while then.
Yeah, when I'm playing that, probably not gonna be on here too much. But besides that, I've also been playing a lot of Warframe. There's been an update, so I've been playing a lot of that. And
I have no interest on going back to that game, to be honest. It's such like it's literally just like mobbing down like enemies, and then that's it. Like,
yeah, that's basically what it is. It's pretty relaxing. I like to listen to podcasts while playing it because it's very mindless. Just like go ahead and chop things down and shoot things. It's pretty fun. I like it. It's like relaxing.
It's a nice game to wind down, relax.
Yeah, I usually play at night, when nothing else is happening. And what else? I've been playing a little bit of Final Fantasy 14 as well. That game is pretty good. And that's about it, really. I haven't been doing much this 2 weeks. Been pretty busy.
Alright, so I don't think I have a host topic. I've been trying to come up with one since the start of this podcast, but you got anything?
I don't think so, no.
Anything else you want to talk about? Okay. So I think that's the it for this the Two Players podcast episode. Thank you guys for listening once again. Next week or the 2 weeks from now, I will definitely have a host topic for you then. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for listening once again, and we will see you guys 2 weeks from now with the next episode.
Later.